Welcome to another Gaz Right video and welcome back to the Australia series. We're in Cairns, just in the city centre today, taking a little bit slower, chillaxing, relaxing. Obviously the last couple of days have been absolute animosity. We went to Fitzroy Island and the Great Barrier Reef, both absolutely unbelievable, and I would say essential if one, you're coming to Australia, but definitely if you're coming to Cairns. The lid's all over the gaff because it is a little bit windy, but it's another ripper of a day, 30 degrees in the depths of winter, which is the things you love to see. As I said, we're just going to be chilling, relaxing, take a little bit slow, a little bit of brunch action today. But yeah, just a couple of things to, I guess, touch on. In terms of like the environment here, it's unbelievable. Like I say, we've only been in Darwin and Cairns so far, but the respect people have for it in terms of like the national parks, the water, the Great Barrier Reef, the snorkeling experiences, it's just polar opposite to the UK. There's loads of things I love about the UK, don't get me wrong, it always sounds like I'm super negative on that, but I think people here just respect the environment so much, like where it's like obviously take your rubbish home and like the conservation element of the Great Barrier Reef. So yeah, it's just really cool to see all the kind of like public spaces, public toilets, again, unbelievably clean, unbelievably well kept. So obviously, yeah, that is also a big bonus. But yeah, I wouldn't say negative, because like I say, it's always relative in terms of the economics, are the old cost and expenses, because yeah, it is bloody expensive here when you compare it to where we've been in Southeast Asia. Obviously it was expected, do you know what I mean? You get what you pay for in life. Do you know what I mean? You want to go to amazing places, great beaches, great bars, better accommodations. Do you know what I mean? That is going to cost you a little bit more, and do you know what I mean? In general, people get paid more here, so usually is, do you know what I mean, in level with that. But do bear in mind, if you're looking for a super budget trip, Australia is probably not the one for you. But one thing on the financial front, which I do think is a huge positive, is there is no service charge on things, apart from if you go out on a bank holiday or a Sunday. It's my biggest bugbear in life, where there's a service charge, there's a tax fee. Just give me the figure, give it me up front. I love Scandinavia for that. And yeah, you always get stung when you're in America, when you're in Europe, when you're in England. Just give me the full figure and I'll decide if I want to pay it. So yeah, lots of positives so far, lots of exploring to. And any questions, always bang it down below. We're just going to get in amongst it, get some food in the system and get some caffeine in the bones. Still en route to 2k subs. Hit the button. After all the exploring, national parks, being in the mixer, being in the Great Barrier Reef, we're back to doing what we do best, brunching. We're at caffeined, hopefully I said that right. Little close up please. We have the Vietnamese coffee on the left hand side for you, the right hand side for myself, which is condensed milk. It's usually phenomenal. A little taste test for the boys. I'm surprised they've not brought this to the UK yet. It's like so creamy, a little bit stronger and not as much condensed milk as the ones we had in Vietnam, but still sensational. And then we've got to get some goodness, we've got to get some greens in the old bones, filled with nutrients, antioxidants and all that good stuff. Ginger, apple, watermelon and something else in there. Hopefully it's a banger. I'm hoping it's really strong with ginger. They're usually my favourites. That is absolutely unbelievable. Fresh, fruity, little kick in the morning. I would actually say I think I prefer this one over the coffee, but banging and just on cue. Thank you so much. And we're already back in the mixer for the main course. We'll go for Em's on a little close-up first. She's gone for the kimchi fried rice. Hopefully that's a dippy egg. Nice bit of radish, a little bit of freshness in there, and the pork belly, always a sensational bit of kit. And then this is hopefully the star of the show. We've gone for the slow organic braised beef. Get a serious little close-up with the Guinness gravy. I said, which one's better, this or the Reuben? And she was like, oh, well, if you enjoy gravy, and she had me at that. I said, don't need to explain it anymore. How'd you even eat that? That is ridiculous. In the words of Sergio Aguero, different gravy. Silly amounts of meat, lovely combo with the old coleslaw. And yeah, the amount of gravy in there is unbelievable. Sweet potato chips. Miss the knife, reload them. Sweet potato chips are mid, but this is absolutely ridiculous. That's unbelievable, unbelievable. this is what we're talking about, right on the promenade, right on the front, just in the absolute mix Wari Narns. It's just silly view, seas out of the minutes. Obviously you just got to allow the old mud setup, but yeah, just ruthless behaviour. Silly vibes in terms of the sea. As we move around to the right, you've got all the marina where all the kind of boats go across this side, and this is basically like when you go out in London, you go to Richmond Park, you go to St James's Park, you can literally book a little barbecue, you can get vibey on the beach, you can chuck up a few tunes. Not sure about the old frisbee, a little bit wet, a little bit in between his esque, but yeah, when you're absolutely rigged up out your mind like this guy, 8-pack, we can let him off just this once, but yeah, it's just straight vibes. And if you don't like the sea, you've also got like the pool area, got a little bit of sand, a little bit of pool action. It's just ruthless scenes, left, right and centre. This is the middle of winter. Sky, 0 clouds. Vibes through the absolute roof. But yeah, little pool action. You got the chilling, you got the beach action, you got the barbecues. I mean, this is just unbelievable behaviour. Silly scenes, baby. Today's just walking, talking, exploring, chillaxing. There you got the whole like little promenade here, little boardwalk. You can get up, down, get a little bit of the old vitamin D in the old bones. Not really got much geography knowledge to drop on you, but I think the trees here are pretty flare, like all intertwined, like something off Avatar, all through the city centre and stuff as well, which is pretty flare. You've got the king surveying the kingdom. You've got a little yeah, London Eye or Wish.com, but yeah, it's just absolutely ridiculous behaviour. Obviously, I mentioned it before, but they've got loads of the these in the middle here. Obviously, you can just book a little barbecue, get yourself on there, shrimp on the barbie. If you want to drop a couple of the old stereotypes, don't want to get too much in trouble, but you know, pretty flare little setup. And the amount of like helicopters here, obviously Em did the helicopter over the Great Barrier Reef yesterday. If you've not seen that on the channel, you need to go watch yesterday's video because it's absolutely unbelievable. But the yachts here, again, a massive, super flare. Obviously a chopper take off actually right about now. But yeah, we were on a little 50-footer yesterday. You get 50 foot, 40 foot, 20 foot, depending on how, just chilling. Do you want a little bit more space? Do you want a little bit more intricate experience? But yeah, the boat trips here are absolutely next level. I would definitely recommend both the boat trip we went on yesterday and Fitzroy Island. I'm not sure if you can see, there is a helicopter up in the sky there just in the centre of the screen now, and there's one setting off right over here. So ridiculous behaviour, obviously all going over the Great Barrier Reef, getting those aerial shots. Unfortunately cannot fly the drone anywhere here. There's like so many helicopters knocking about, and it's just like that's the other good thing about Cairns, it's a 7-minute drive from the airport, so every time I turn the drone on it just says restricted access, restricted warning. So they don't want to be crashing that because that is a pretty hefty bill, mate. But yeah, ruthless scenes, ruthless MP4 files, and just another day to be grateful for, baby, because it is an absolute banger. Sorry about this guy. It's like he's about to snipe one of the pelicans. Pleasure. But yeah, look how big the bloody pelicans are here. The camera doesn't do it justice. Absolutely huge. Is it a pelican? Is it not? If you know, let me know in the comments. Cheers now. Just a chill day, exploring. We have the one, the only, again, the most heavily requested guest, the king, Cairns. What's your highlight? What are your thoughts on the city?
Highlight is an easy one. It was definitely the Great Barrier Reef, and had a spontaneous booking of a helicopter. So that just topped off. That was amazing. And I feel like it just exceeded expectations. I think I'd read or heard a few things about the Great Barrier Reef not quite being the same, but it was amazing, and I even saw a shark.
Yeah, I said this yesterday in the outro, but like Em was up in the helicopter, comes down, me and Bateman in the water, just chilling, relaxing, just flying about, seeing a few fish. Doesn't tell us till after we get out that she spotted a shark. So this is what we're dealing with. We're putting our bodies on the line. The king is letting us swim in shark infested waters. I imagine out here it's a pretty small shark as well. Oh wait, it's probably an absolute beast. But we will be back tomorrow. We're going to be getting a little flight wari to the Gold Coast. A few beers in the system. I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard amazing, like Miami, and then other people have said it's basically like Blackpool Pleasure Beach. You got high expectations for the Gold Coast?
Always going with lower expectations and they will exceed, but no, I'm excited. Yeah, me too. So it's going to be top draw. If you enjoy what you see, if you have any questions, bang it in the comments down below. I'll see you tomorrow. Hit the subscribe button, and remember, the king is always cooking today.